What up, Greater Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ.
And Mike, and this football highlight video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your next team event.
Game of the week, we got two really big teams with some really recent rings. It's Bosco at La Mirada.
Two big teams is right, JJ. You got a small city on that field as we take a look at the two coaches. Bosco coming off a big win over St. Xavier, led by Real Mitchell. He's the Real Deal, over 350 yards in his debut as the starter last week.
La Mirada coming off their most successful season in school history with a Southern Section and state title, depending on that running game led by Nick Hernandez, 182 yards in a win over Olu. For Bosco, this opening drive is deja vu. In the best possible way. This is Terrence Beasley taking the handoff on the second play of the game. He wants the early bird special because he's got reservations for 6. And yeah, Real Mitchell says, that's pretty impressive because that's exactly what I did last week in the season opener. 85 yards and 14 seconds in. It's 7-0 Bosco.
Mitchell says clap for him, and what else can he do? Although, as we said, for La Mirada, Hernandez the key to the Matadores attack. Travis Tuitasi says, I got the keys.
Next Bosco possession, another TB shot. Beasley on his way to 254 yards rushing on 16 carries. We all know what that opens up. Play action, Mitchell to Berkeley Holman. Look at Elijah Hicks, though, with the TD saving tackle a few plays later on third down. I thought I told you that I was a savage. Hicks with the picks at the sticks. However, unlucky that, because now La Mirada's pinned inside their own 1-yard line.
That's not where they wanted to be. Tristan Meyer trying to sneak out of danger, the Bosco defense having none of it.
Then, after a short punt, a short porch for Mitchell, and he's going to find Holman for the TD. Bosco is in control, not the runaway that we saw last year, but it is 14-0 at the end of the first quarter.
This is that measurable progress that La Mirada coach Mike Machete talked about, but for Bosco, it's also still a big lead as Mitchell looking for Holman again. Chad Wilson with the stick-to-itiveness and the disruption.
Yeah, that's why this isn't a running clock in the second half, plays like that, but you can't Holman down for long as Mitchell goes out to Berkeley because this 9's never on vacation. I mean, this kid is big time. 80 yards on 4 catches for Niner later on that drive. Mitchell on the read option hides behind his O-line and puts Bosco up 21-0 at the half.
11 says, Lego my ego, I want some more. With La Mirada dedicated to running the ball, the second half turned into the Bosco defense highlight film, JJ.
Yeah, guys like Stephen Blaylock, Tyrell Thomas just flying around, laying the lumber. All but one Bosco defensive starter had a solo tackle in this game. That is incredible. And then we go to the offensive backfield where Sal Spina is going to show his strong sack hand, pull Meyer down from the ground like a turf monster.
He's all fired up about that. You got to have a quicker release, but that's not going to work either.
La Mirada with 155 total yards in this game, 76 rushing. I mean, when St. John Bosco did make a mistake, and they didn't do it often, they made up with their speed, athleticism. They get a 4th down stop in the 4th quarter, and that sets up Mitchell like Nas. Call the play, run it, score yourself. That's a major key. Mitchell with 4 TDs on the night, 2 passing and 2 running.
The Bosco student section chanting, "We're not Olu," which is both a witty insult and factually correct. Bosco just done with the hype.
Yeah, you got to count it and count it again to make sure these stats are right. Already gained over 1,000 yards, limiting their opponents to 0 points and 303 total yards. Wow, this Bosco team is for real, but we're going to find out exactly who they are next week when they host Bishop Gorman. Thanks as always to all of our sponsors, including Papalucci's down on 2nd Street, a great place to eat. Stick with us, all of your local high school football coverage coming at you right here at GazetteSports.com and the Press Telegram.